good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here at the Tag Champs Podcast, man. They're part of the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast Network. You already know my name is the Beige Bomber, the Petty Messiah, the Belt Collector, Corey Jarrett in the building.
And I'm just a sidekick, Guru Dynamite. Don't watch me, watch Dynamite TV. Hi, guys.
Hey, and before I like it. And before we get started, we got to introduce our special guest, the woman of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Miss Gigi Rey, the new ring of reality wrestling Diamonds champion, Gigi Rey in the building. Let's give it up. Yay.
Thank you. What's up? Millwood's in the house.
Absolutely,
Champ is here.
Man. Yeah, champ is here. The champ is here. I like it, man. Yeah. Yeah, well, we good? We're good on microphone? Good. Okay, bet. All right. Miss Gigi Rey.
Hello.
Gigi Rey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me, you guys.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, champ. Appreciate
Pleasure
it.
is all mine.
So, how you want to get started with this, man? How you want to get started today?
Let's deep dive into her history.
All right, cool beans. So Miss Gigi, so we did some research, of course, and from Alberta, Canada.
That's right.
Started your wrestling career in 2020. I want to know how. First of all, from Canada to Texas.
Yeah, that's a long drive.
It's a mission. It's a mission from Canada to Texas. How was that transition? And I've visited Canada before in my younger days, and it was hella cold when I went there. But from how is that transition from Canada to Texas?
The transition actually wasn't too bad. So where I'm from in Canada, from Alberta, they kind of call it like the Texas of Canada. It's like very similar politically wise. Obviously, like our weather's a lot different. Like we have all the 4 seasons, which is something like I really miss because it is hot as hell here in Houston.
I wish we had
especially in the summertime. Like it's crazy.
We get like a month of winter.
Yeah,
and like not even like it's not even cold.
I
remember people were like freaking out because it was starting to get a little bit cold, and they were all like, "Oh, please be careful when you're outside driving." And I'm like, "You guys be careful. Like I'm built for this weather. Like I'm good." But so the transition actually wasn't like too bad. I think especially wrestling wise, because I was still pretty new into like my whole wrestling journey and career before I moved down to the States. So I'm like majority of all my wrestling has been here in Texas, I think.
Okay. And you've been in reality wrestling for what, 2 years now?
Yeah, officially 2 years. I had my first reality wrestling match like exactly like 2 years ago yesterday.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and I think at the time it was maybe like my 9th or 10th match ever. So I only had like 3 or 4 matches back in Canada before I moved down to the States. Like I was still a very like new fish out of water wrestler.
Oh wow! Well, so I want to know what got you into wrestling. What was that moment? It was like I want to do this.
That's what I want to do. So I grew up a fan watching wrestling like as a kid, and then kind of like maybe around high school, college, I kind of got out of it. Like like some people do, kind of take a break from like watching it. And then I think back in 2015, I got into watching it again. I think I had watched WrestleMania 31. And I was just like, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Wrestling is still like pretty cool. Like, this is super entertaining. So I started watching it again, and then especially seeing kind of what the women were doing at that time, kind of that golden era of NXT. So like the Sasha, Bayley, Asuka, Ember Moon, like all those girls were just like, they could go, and they're going just as hard as the guys, if not harder. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was like, damn, like these girls are really, really good. And so I started going to like live events when they were in town. And I think after seeing a live event, a WWE event, I was just like, you know what, I think I could do this. I think I can give it a try. And so I signed up for like the local wrestling school, and then like the rest is history after that. So that was late 2019.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I finally started training.
Okay, and I know you're a former PWA women's champion. Was that a 2-year run, pretty much?
Yeah, basically.
Like
Yeah. Run, yeah.
Yeah.
But how was that? Well, how was that first initial part of your wrestling career? How was that? Was it hard for you, or did it come naturally to you, or?
It was hard. It's weird because like I'm very athletic. I've always been like an athlete. I played like basketball and volleyball growing up, and so like athletically wise, like I know I could handle it, but like learning how to like wrestle and the psychology and learning how to like be in front of a crowd is very, very awkward at first. And especially I had my first wrestling match with the PWA after only training for like 3 months. So like I literally just like knew the basics and I wasn't even good at the basics, and they put me in a match.
Throw her out there.
Yeah, just throw me out there. And like watch me flounder, but then I ended up winning the title in my first match, so it was kind of like this huge, really cool but weird moment at the same time, because I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing, but hey, now I'm the champ. And then so I had that belt for almost over 2 years, because then COVID happened shortly after that. So then we were really, really locked down in Canada. And so that was kind of a big reason why I decided to come to the States, was because it's like everything started opening back up in the States and people were wrestling again down here. But we were still like on lockdown. Like when I moved down to Texas, it probably wasn't another 6 to 9 months before wrestling started to pick up back in Canada again. So that's why I made the long drive down to Texas.
So
with the PWA belt, I was like, I'm out of here. When you guys are ready, I'll be back.
So as a new champion with anything, do you feel, looking back at it now, do you feel like you were ready for it?
No, gosh, no. I wasn't even ready to be in a match. Are you kidding me? And then you want to get like win a title? Like, I don't know.
Hey, some people fake it till they make it, man.
I guess. Well, and that's what you do, right? It's like, you know, I pretended like I was okay with it. I was like, okay, cool. Because it's like not very many people get to have like a moment like that, right? Like to win a title in like your first wrestling match.
Yeah, it's
so
fresh out the gate.
Yeah,
fresh out the gate. I'm the champ. That's what we're doing. All right. Yeah, I don't know how to get used to this. All right. So, like, going back to your beginning, who inspired you? Who inspired you to want to do this? Like, you were watching it and were like, you know what, this is something I can do and get into it, like full all the way in.
I would definitely have to say like the women wrestlers of like the last few years. So like Mercedes Moné, like when she was Sasha Banks in WWE, she was like everything. I thought she was just like, I still think she's like the perfect female wrestler. Like she's just so good. Or not even just female, just like she's such a great overall wrestler. Her presence, her style, the way she wrestles, everything about her I just think is like phenomenal. So I would definitely say like her, Asuka too. And then like AJ Styles, he's like my guy. That's like
Georgia boy.
Yeah.
Another phenomenal one, man.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with AJ Styles.
Can't go wrong with AJ at all.
Can't go wrong at all. So with that being said, as far as this, the journey to this, I feel like we watched it.
Yeah.
I feel like we watched it, boy.
We did.
And that was a long, I just want to know, like, how did it feel, the ups and downs of everything going on with that? Because I know you broke your wrist at one event.
Yes,
yeah,
it's almost coming up to a year ago now, and it'll never be the same. Like it's always gonna be bad, but I mean that's kind of with wrestling. It's it's not ballet. You kind of take it with a grain of salt. That if you get injured, you get injured. If you get hurt, you get hurt. You kind of, as an athlete, you kind of just work through pain. That's kind of what you're always kind of like taught to do. So I mean, even though I broke my wrist in that ladder match with Promise, like back at like Christmas Chaos back in December, like I loved that match. It was something I've always wanted to do. Like when it comes to like the stipulation matches, like I love a ladder match, because there's always something on the line. You're not just like doing it just to do it. It's like there's always a story behind there. There's always something that's going to like come out of it. And I was so thankful and grateful to be able to be in that position and to do that with Promise and to put on like a phenomenal match that we did. And then I injured myself, but kind of helped add to the story a little bit, so it kind of made the climb to get to this finally like mean a lot, because I did have to take a break after that. I really kind of had to change up the way I was wrestling and kind of really, really focus on like the fundamentals that you learn in wrestling school, because like it was my own mistake for like hurting myself. So like,
you guys went through a ladder too.
Fam.
Yeah.
Y'all went through
we
a
were
ladder.
there. I was like, fam, I don't know how y'all made it out of that match, but y'all.
Well, I remember
did
it happened. I had jumped off the top rope because I was trying to kick Promise off the ladder because she was about to win. And then fundamentals, you're like when you fall, you're supposed to put your hands straight out, and I put them down like this. So I went down on it, and I knew right away that I'm like, that it popped, it hurt. I remember I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that looks like it's broken. I was like, well, I gotta keep going. And I'm like, I don't want to lose this match, and I don't want to stop it. Like, there's no way, like we got to get to the end of this. And we did, and it was like really, it was a great match. I obviously didn't come out on the winning end of it, but I mean, it's those moments like that that really kind of like put that chip on your shoulder, and like I was so close, and you know, fighting through that pain and then still being able to like carry on the match. And I remember I went to the back and everyone was like, oh my God, like, are you okay? And I'm like, well, I have adrenaline right now. I don't really feel it, but like, no, I know it looks bad, and I know it's
next morning, yeah, you're going to feel it all right.
The next morning,
yeah, but I mean, with that and all the bumps in the road, like it's just part of the journey, right? And I mean, there's no good without the bad. So, and then it makes the good stuff a lot sweeter when you get there, right? So
you've been all over the place. I'll say this: you've been all over the place. You've been LPW, NEW, and also AEW. How was that when you were in AEW with the Dark and Elevation? How was that experience for you?
It was awesome. It was really, really good. I've had 3 matches over at AEW at Dark when they were still doing AEW Dark, and all of them were really great experiences. I have nothing like bad to say about it. It was just cool to be in that environment with like, you know, a lot of legends and a lot of people like that you can interact with backstage and be able to work with some of the talent there and to feel like welcomed. You know, like there's been times I've done extra work at like other places and you're kind of like, you know, just mind your own business, don't look at anyone, like, you know, but they're very, very welcoming to, you know, ask questions and introduce yourself to whoever you want to. And yeah, it was really great. And I had 3 really fun matches there that I'm glad I got to be able to do those.
And to piggyback off of that, were you able to pick certain people's brains with those? Like, were you able to ask certain people questions that you wanted to? And if so, who? And what did they say to you to give you the advice?
Yeah,
I was like,
I think the people that I did like, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't say anything to them.
I can understand. I get it.
Perfectly understand it. Get it.
But what was cool with AEW, the matches that I had there, like they'll always kind of give you like an agent that you can like work with and stuff. So I think pretty much every time I've been there, my agent has been Dustin Rhodes, like Gold Dust, like awesome. And he's just such an amazing human being and so kind and so knowledgeable. And so he's super cool. And I've kept in contact with him. He's asked me to come down to like his training school to kind of help some of their students. I wasn't able to do it at the time because I was back up in Canada, but it's nice to kind of like be on his radar and kind of be someone that he knows on the indies. And yeah, so that's like a really cool connection that I made through AEW, and hopefully can stay in contact with him and get more opportunities someday.
Hey, that's the goal. That is the goal.
I would have fanboyed out of a Gold Dust. I would have.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have fanboyed. I would have. Oh my God, it's.
Yeah.
I would have done it.
Well, pretty much right after, like, I texted my brother, like, yo, like, Gold Dust is my agent for my match.
So, speaking of your brother, he did a nice video package that I heard about for you and Promise's match that just passed on Raw. I was like,
she won the world championship.
Where she won the championship. Yeah. So how are you and your brother as far as like the interacting? Because I see he helps you with stuff like that. So how is that?
Great. It's been awesome. I have 2 older brothers. My oldest one who made that video, he does a lot of like video content for like a hockey channel that he does like back at home. So he's really good with kind of putting that stuff together. And it's been really nice to, you know, growing up as being like the youngest, the only girl. My brothers are super close in age. And so I always felt like it was like 2 against 1 all the time. and we're all like grew up as wrestling fans. So, but now it's really cool. Like we're really close now. But it's nice that they're so proud of me, and then he'll do things like that to like kind of show how proud he is of me. And then he does like a really great job, and he does it because he enjoys to do it. And so like that's been like really cool just to like always have their support. And he's always like the first one to like call me after a match, or if something gets posted online, it's like, hey, like call me when you're done. Like I want to hear everything about it. So it's really nice. It's nice to have that support from like your big brother.
Yeah, that's loud.
Yeah.
That's loud.
Big brother. Yeah, it's big brother vibes.
We bring touching moments here
Yeah.
here at the Tag Team Champs podcast.
You already know.
I want to know what's one of the nastiest bumps you've taken.
Oh gosh.
Besides the broken
wrist?
Yeah, besides the wrist, yeah.
Yeah, that one sucked.
Because I know we talked about the Alabama
That
slam.
Alabama slam was just
I
brutal.
don't recall this one.
That was brutal.
Yeah, elaborate on this one for me. I missed this conversation.
This was back in, I guess it was March when Promise won the title.
Yeah.
That match that we had at Row, and I was kind of on fire. I was just like lighting her up. I was really feeling myself, and I went to go do a move and kind of jump over her, and she ended up catching my legs. And I was holding on to the top rope, and she just gave me this wicked Alabama slam.
Jeez.
And I just thought I was going to puke.
when you hit, boom.
Yeah. I was just like,
Tailbone.
holy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, leave me alone. Like, get away from me. But yeah, so that one was pretty nasty. I've been dropped like on my head a couple times, which like never like feels fun, but I mean, is what it is. But
So since I am on this note, let's transition to your greatest dance partner at this current moment.
We both know who the answer to that question is.
do you know who the answer
and we know your Rock to your Austin. We know this.
At this point, it's kind of that.
Because we've had her on the show, and she's talked highly of you, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna do the same. But we know Promise. We know Promise is your rock. We were talking about this before the show started. Yeah. Promise is your rock.
who's Rock and who's Austin? This is different
it really
of
doesn't
who's
matter.
who.
I mean, it don't
really matter, but we know it's y'all are always. It feels like at some point y'all will always link up at some big moment.
Yeah.
But we just want to know, how do you feel about that? Like her being your,
like the chemistry and everything.
the chemistry wise, how that goes with you.
It's great. It's great. We're rivals, but we always push each other. And that's something we've always been able to do, is kind of just like keep elevating each other. And especially now, like we've been wrestling each other for like the past year and a half, I guess now. And each match that we've had, they're all different. We always try something new. You're usually going to see something you haven't really seen before from us anyway. And we just have this like chemistry. And sometimes it's like, you don't have to say anything to each other. You just kind of know how each other is going to move, and you know how each other is going to react. And to be able to find that with someone in the wrestling ring is really, really special. Regardless how much we fight inside and out of the ring, there's so much mutual respect that we have for one another. And I know she's really, just from being around her and wrestling her, I've learned so much, and I've really been able to elevate myself as a wrestler and as a person. And I think that goes likewise for her. We've really have really pushed each other, and we've done this like all over the country now, like wrestle each other. And it's cool to like kind of look back in such a short amount of time and see this like catalog and collection of matches that we have. And they're all great. Like they're all really, really good.
All bangers.
They're all really
All
good.
bangers.
And so, and it's cool because like this is kind of just the beginning for us, you know. It's like, she's been wrestling, I think, like double the amount of time that like I have and stuff. But we're both still kind of, I think, at the brink of what we're gonna do in this business. You know, we're kind of really picking up a lot of steam, the both of us, and I just think it's gonna be really fun to like ride this out with her and see what happens.
Okay. I forgot what my question was going to go after that. I forgot.
NWA?
Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead.
NWA Championship. You tried to dethrone Miss Camille. How was that match for you? Just
that was really cool. That was another match where I felt I I was surprised that I got that opportunity, I guess, but very grateful at the same time. And so that was really cool because I think I had only been in Texas for like less than a year, I think, at that point at Reality of Wrestling, and to be able to get picked to be in a match of that kind of caliber with someone like Camille, with like the name value that she has for the NWA title, was really, really cool. And I felt so fortunate to get that opportunity. And I did the best that I could. Of course, Promise got involved, and that was kind of the start of this whole thing between her and I.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Things were going really, really well until she kind of put her nose in our business. And then we've just been going at each other ever since. So, that was kind of like the spark of the whole story between like Promise and I. But then I was really fortunate to be able to get that opportunity to wrestle Camille, a phenomenal wrestler, phenomenal talent. And like she like just lost that belt like a month ago. So I mean, like she was a very, very dominant,
longest reigning women's champion in a long while.
And so she was super cool, tough as hell. But yeah, it was great. What a amazing experience all of that was, and then of course to like kind of start the story between Promise and I at that moment.
Okay, so working in Reality of Wrestling, we always got to ask this question: how is it working with Book? How is he behind the scenes with you? We get this. I feel like we get the same answer, but we got to hear from different people because everybody has a different story with Book, and I'm pretty sure you have a Booker T's voice, like lodged in your head. Yeah. And we know you probably got a good impersonation of him, but how is it working with Book in Reality of Wrestling?
It's awesome. It's really cool. I think kind of like the first time I met him, you're a little kind of like
intimidated,
and he's a lot bigger in person than like you think. And
yeah,
right. But he's so cool. Like he's so chill, and I kind of what you see is kind of what you get with Booker, and
we get that a lot.
He's very unique in his ways and his mannerisms, but so knowledgeable, and has always been, both him and Charmel have always just been so kind and open, and they really, really care about Reality of Wrestling, and they really care about the talent. They care a lot about the product that we put out. They care about the way we look. You look at a lot of other indie rosters, and they don't look like our roster. Like all of us look like stars, to be honest. Like we all look great, and that has a lot to do with Booker and Charmel wanting us to look great, and we want to look great for them, right? It's like they have a lot of they're really reputable in this industry, right? So we want to do our best to represent them well. So yeah, but they're awesome. Like I do have like a Booker T moment like in my mind that I think about all the time, especially when I'm like messing up. Like right when I broke my wrist, when I finally was back at training and stuff, he was kind of like, well, are you doing okay? And then he walks away. He's like, Gigi, fundamentals. And he just like walks away from me. And I'm just like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we always get at least
somebody
one.
Give us
Somebody
give us a good person.
Yeah, but they were so great, especially when I hurt myself. Like Charmel checked on me all the time, and Booker too, and so then so yeah, they care so much about us, and it's nice to kind of like have them on your side.
Oh, that's live. And I know like I'm always staying behind it. Miss Charmel is always the queen in every sense of the word. So I love you, Miss Charmel. I love you.
You were excited you took that picture with her.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yeah, she came to my job one time, and I was like, I know this face. I'm not going. I can't let this woman pass. And I walked by her and said, "Hey, Queen," and she was like,
"She knew." She was
like, "Oh, he knows." And I was like, "Yeah, let me please."
He recognizes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I did want to get into how was it when you were in the Sherry Martel invitation?
That was really awesome too. I was really, again, fortunate to be able to be part of that tournament, especially Sherry Martel, someone who has so much history in wrestling, especially working alongside Booker T as well. So for him to honor her with like a women's tournament was really cool. And we had a lot of great talent on that show and put on a lot of great matches and great performances. And I think too that I remember that being the first time really that I kind of got like kind of a pat on the back from Booker for like what I was able to do in that tournament and kind of like show out a little bit. I really was kind of starting to get my footing, I want to say, in like this whole thing and kind of figuring out my whole like G Money gimmick and kind of rolling with that. And so I was kind of like just starting to like feel it out and get comfortable with it. And then it was nice that like I was able to perform well and then have Booker T notice that and kind of like give me a pat on the back for it. So so that was something I'll always remember. And yeah, what a great tournament that was. I hope we get to do it again. Like that was really cool.
That's dope. Okay.
Hey, look, we've been setting up everything else, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
it's like we've been throwing stuff out in the air.
Hey, Book, let's make that
let's make that happen, man.
Martell Invitational again happen.
Yeah, let's make that happen
Let's make
again,
it happen
man.
again. Let's put some new and old faces in there, and let's make it happen, Book. Hey, and we gonna come to the Tag Champs podcast again. Let's go. There we go. We're putting it out there. Put it out there in the atmosphere. Bang, 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 bang. All right. I do want to know, outside of, well, I don't want to say outside of promise, but your dream match. If you were to pick anybody, anytime, any era, who would you want to face one-on-one?
Anytime, any place,
In
any
the
era.
prime.
In the prime of their career,
In the
who
prime.
would Miss Gigi Rey want to face in the prime?
Oh, I would love to wrestle Asuka.
You think you're ready for her?
No, but yeah, yes, no, I am.
Yeah, okay,
I am
there we
ready
go,
for it.
champ. There we go. Believe in
I would
yourself,
just
champ.
love to be in the ring with Asuka. I love how hard hitting she is. I love how stylistic she is. She's not like, I know, it's like, sometimes wrestling looks a little like too pretty.
Yeah.
Hers just looks like rough and kind of like dirty and nasty a little
Yeah.
bit, and I
I
love
get it.
that.
I get it. I
Like,
get it.
So
I get it.
That's a hard ask.
I get it.
Yeah, so like
get it.
another reality of wrestling alumni will be fighting Asuka next week
Ah,
on NXT.
oh yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Roxy. Yeah,
So-
Roxy, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
so cool.
I hope
Good luck to Roxy. I'm not trying to say that to be funny. I'm saying that to like good luck to Roxy because hey, this is a new step. This is a new step up for her
It's different.
to like put herself on the map more than what she already is.
So that's like how we was talking about the other day about Charlo going and fighting Canelo on one fight of moving up to weight class. It's like you might want to take some warm-ups, but
yeah, that one, that fight there, we won't discuss that.
but
No, but I'm excited to see Roxy fight Asuka. When she had that match with Meiko Satomura, that one was also just
that
like
was
a
good.
great
Yeah, that
match.
was a
So.
great match.
She might be ready for it.
She might be
ready.
ready.
She'll be ready
it.
for
I'm all behind Roxy because of course she's from the H, so I'm always support the H. Except for don't judge the outfit right now. Of course, don't do that. Don't look at me like that, dog. Don't do that. It's
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna leave that alone.
okay. Thank you. Don't judge me right now. I know I'm Laker fitted out right
No,
now.
no,
So don't judge me right now.
You ain't just Laker fitted. There's another team you rock too, but that's between you and your wife. Anyway.
Oh, good night. Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
Inside, I'll
You
let you
got
know
it.
about that after
You
the
got
show.
it. That's fair.
Sure.
That's
No
fair.
problem.
That is fair.
But no. So with everything going on, this new crop of talent that's hitting row right now, you being the new champion, Gigi Rey, are we going to see the fighting champion, or
Taking on all comers,
are we ducking? Are we ducking smoke?
Oh, hell no. Everyone, whoever wants some can come get
There
some.
we
I
go.
am a
There
fighting
we go.
champ.
I like that. I like it.
And hey, I'm at the top now. I worked my way to the top to be the champ, so people should be coming to me. So I'll take on whoever wants to challenge me, but I mean,
There we go.
yeah. I won't duck anyone, though.
I like it, champ. Okay.
I like that. I like that.
Okay. Well, with of course reality of wrestling, Diamond's champ. And I'm not gonna hold you, fam. I'm a little upset that Promise lost. I'm a little upset.
That's okay. That's
It hurt. It hurt a little bit.
That's your BFL.
It hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you. It hurt a little bit, but I am happy that you won.
Thank you.
I couldn't boo because I was like, you worked hard for it. You worked hard for that spot.
Yeah, if you hear anybody booing during a Promise Braxton match and she ain't winning, it's him.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's me.
It is him.
Of course,
It is him.
Yeah.
Hey, I get it. I mean, I know Brad Gilmore, he always says he's very unbiased, but like I know like Promise is like his favorite wrestler. And like granted, if I wasn't who I was, she might be my favorite wrestler too. Like,
But the fact that,
she's great.
Yeah, but
she's
the fact that y'all
really
are like
good.
y'all are like Rock and Austin in y'all respective division, and I'm like I can't, you can't really go wrong with either one. So it's like that's why I'm like, hey, I'm excited as hell that you're the champ right now, and I wish you nothing but the best and the most success.
Stay away from the multi-man matches.
Yeah, please stay away from the multi-man matches.
Or multi-woman matches.
Well, yeah,
not my favorite, but
there we go. So I want to hit you with the speed round because I know we got a little time left. I know I can hit you with the speed round real quick. Like I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. Who's your favorite currently, all time? The same if the answer's the same, or if you feel like if you want to answer for yourself, by all means, go for it. Your greatest wrestler of all time.
like opponent or just in general?
No.
In general.
Male or female?
Oh.
Male or female?
AJ Styles.
Okay.
That would be male. That would be male. Go ahead, male.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip the worst one of all time. Favorite
Thanks.
favorite male wrestler currently.
Oh, the AJ Styles.
And then
Gotta do
all
that again.
time is gonna be AJ Styles, of course.
All time you can say Bret because without Bret Hart, I would never have gone into wrestling.
We haven't got a Bret Hart answer. We did. Calgary,
I know,
Alberta,
very typical,
Canada.
very typical.
Well, no,
I know, but it's the
understandable.
truth. It's the truth. He was my hero
but
growing up.
yeah,
So without Bret, there's no way I'd be into
Yeah,
wrestling.
no, that's understandable though.
So all-time Bret, male right now, AJ.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Favorite female wrestler currently. It can be you if you want to.
Oh hell yeah, it's me.
Absolutely.
But a close second. I say Asuka.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all time.
All time female wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's so hard. Mercedes Moné and Oscar are like very like even keel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Favorite high flyer currently.
High flyer. Oh gosh, these are getting hard. I don't know. Does Rey Mysterio count as a high flyer? Okay, Rey Mysterio.
Of course.
That's where I took my name from. So I mean,
And all time. Same question. All time though.
oh gosh. See, I feel like I need to pick like a different one.
No, it could be Ray again if you want to.
He's still out here doing it.
He's still out here doing it after so long. Yeah, absolutely.
I wish I wish I was prepped for this. Okay, we'll still say Ray, but I'm sure I could come up with someone else.
Okay. Favorite technical wrestler currently.
Brian Danielson.
And then all time.
All time. I don't know if I can say it.
Yes, you can. I've said it. I know who exactly he's talking about. But go ahead. You can say his name.
Chris Benoit.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, we've said it. It's okay. It's
I know
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
You can separate it. You can.
It's taboo,
but yes,
Yeah, you gotta kind of separate the.
What happened with the wrestling?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Chris Benoit, best technical wrestler.
Okay. Favorite tag team currently.
Honestly, my favorite tag team right now is Fly Def.
There we go.
Hey,
Warren, we see Zach, we see Warren. All right,
I love Fly Def. They're the best.
Yeah, and outside of Culture Inc., they're number two. They're number two. I will say that. Of course. But all time.
All time. Okay, now I'm ready for this. Edge and Christian.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Favorite manager currently.
Manager currently. The only one that can come to mind is like Paul Heyman. He's the only one coming to mind right now.
And then all time.
It would be Paul.
Yeah,
Paul. Yeah, Paul again.
Of course. Okay. Favorite match. your favorite match.
Favorite match?
Stipulation
wise, your favorite match. If you pick any match that you want to be in, what would that be?
Okay, well, I already did the ladder match, so that is my favorite step. I think it'd be cool to be in a cage match or like a Hell in a Cell match. I just think there's like so much fun stuff you could do.
Oh yeah, she's dangerous. I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. She's dangerous.
A cage match could definitely happen at Reality of Wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell would be dope too. I love those matches.
And who do you feel like is an underrated star currently?
Oh, currently? Like signed or unsigned or
either
one.
I'm gonna put the H out there, Brian Keith. I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh yeah, Brian Keith is awesome. Underrated.
Like somebody that could be a star that you feel like should be a star, but hasn't reached that peak yet.
Me? No shit.
That works.
Me, Promise, High On, like I think all of us are just like so good. I think should be like seen on like a national, international level.
All right, so to piggyback off of that real quick, you, High On, Promise. I know y'all got a group because when Ed Stone was in here and also Ryan Davis, and they was telling us like who the guys they just like. All right, man. If I can have a match, it have to be with the Click. And it was like Ryan Davis and Stone and Tommy Boyd. It was like a bunch. So who is your Click?
I
wouldn't say a Click. Okay, but I'm saying like
I moved out here from Canada. I have like 3 friends.
I'm just saying, like, if your particular group of wrestlers that you can just go and wrestle.
Y'all have bangers. Y'all always have bangers.
Obviously, Promise, like her and I can always like put on a good match. I've only had one match with High On, and it's one of my favorite matches that I've ever had. Who else? Me and Ladybird. We're in a tag team, the Money Birds, but we have great in-ring chemistry with one another as well too. So it's like we work really well as a team, but like I would also love to just wrestle her as like in a singles because like her and I also have really good chemistry. She is someone who is also very, very underrated with how talented she is, how athletic she is, how kind of new she is to like wrestling in general, but like really, really loves it and really understands the storytelling aspect of it, which I think is sometimes forgotten a lot. Especially when you kind of get like, oh, move, spot. She really cares about telling a story. And I love that about her. So she's someone else who's like very underrated, and she's definitely in my clique.
All right, and my fact though, Gigi Rey came from Rey Mysterio.
Right. Yeah,
right. I did not know that. I didn't think that.
Okay, it came from Rey Mysterio and Star Wars.
Wait, hold on, how?
Tell us this story.
Yeah, please tell us the Star Wars
you know, like
part.
the newer Star Wars movies?
Yeah.
So the main character in them, her name was Rey. And then it was spelled R-E-Y, and I was like, And this was right when I was like starting to like, I think I'm going to become a wrestler. And so then I was like, well, Rey is a badass. She spells it the same way as Rey Mysterio does, and he's one of my favorites. So I'm going to be Gigi Rey.
Perfect. And last one, this is like a miscellaneous question right here. The favorite championship belt. If you were to get any,
I know. Now I gotta look around the room.
If you were to get any, all of like 3 of mine are out. But if you were to get any championship belt for your personal like collection, what would it be?
I really like. I don't even know why they got rid of it. Was like the original WWF Women's title. The black with the oval, the one, that Jazz had, Trish, that one. Like, I thought that was just a very classic looking women's title. And it was kind of like the title I grew up like seeing, I guess. And then it just like
before the Divas belt.
No one wants.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants the butterfly.
No one wants
the butterfly belt.
Cute, but I mean, like, I just thought that like that women's title it looked prestigious. It looked just as good as the men's titles, you know. It was just Yeah, it was
It
just
looked
a nice looking belt.
It belonged there. Yeah, but of course they changed it to the butterfly belt. That was
Yeah, and and it was kind of nice because it's like back then all the titles they were like predominantly like gold, and now they got a lot of crazy stuff going on, like right.
Sparkles and
Yeah,
bedazzles.
like I'm sorry, like those U.S. title belts. What is that?
yeah, that's insane.
Yes, that thing is insane.
Yeah, I wish they go back to the old. I wish they would have went back to the old ones and just kept it simple.
Simple.
Just kept it simple. Yeah, kept it simple.
Classic, good classic look, but
And nothing wrong with classics, man. Nothing wrong with classics at all. You got what you got? Because I've been sitting here in anticipation of this announcement that's been posted, and I'm trying to see
man.
what the hell are we talking about. I just want to see.
oh no, what announcement?
No, it's
There's a special announcement.
and I'm glad you're here for it because I'm new to it.
Oh, now I'm nervous. So.
It's not. It's not. You have
You
no.
don't worry.
You
about
don't
it.
worry about it. It has
It's
nothing
not-
to do with
guys.
you.
Snatching up like that, right?
But
no one told me anything. What do you mean?
But here we go, my brother. Just we gonna go live real quick with this one. Gotta go live with this
All
one.
right, man. I hate to do. Am I gonna do the Daniel Garcia dance afterwards?
Probably you might just.
Well, let me get ready.
So yeah, just go ahead and get ready for this.
Go ahead and get ready. 'Cause I feel like it's a good one. I feel like it's.
Oh,
good.
it's definitely good. You gonna love it.
I feel like it's good.
All right, yeah, just go on ahead and get that in.
Hold on. So hit live.
Yeah, hit
the-
live.
the
Hit live. Hit
All
live right now.
All right, checking connection. We're almost there. Yeah,
Almost
you're now live. All right, let me turn this camera around one time. What's happening, baby? Yeah, we live. So go ahead. I need to hear this.
All right, so man, y'all know me, man. I'm really non-violent. I really be on my positive tip. But one chump, a sucker, you know what I'm saying, who's actually
Don't tell me,
who's
Mike.
actually my brother,
Don't tell me,
you know what I'm
Mike.
saying,
Don't tell me, Mike.
called me out to a wrestling match.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A wrestling match. The man who can barely do 10 push-ups called me out to a wrestling match.
right,
I don't know what's wrong with him, but I did say if the card's right and everything's right, I will do this and we'll put up something for charity because I'm all about donating to the kids or the homeless. You know, it's Thanksgiving and
kids. We love the kids.
Thanksgiving and Christmas coming around, and we just love doing things for the youth and then just people less fortunate. So I will give him his match. You set it up, my brother. Time, place, whatever, and it's on. But I just will warn you, you my brother. Hey, I'm gonna hurt that man. I'm a Roman Reigns him.
Oh,
I'm gonna dominate.
We stacking them.
We stacking them. I'm gonna dominate.
Smashing and
Okay.
stacking. Okay. All right, champ. All
So
right.
so yeah, that's the big announcement, man.
Mikey, man, saw the facts. Hey, we on your ass, dog. We on your ass. We on your ass, Mike. All
Yeah,
right.
say that, and yeah, we
I like
we
it.
live,
I
we
like
live,
it. I like
and
it.
that's basically the big announcement,
Okay.
y'all. I love y'all.
All right. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it after the show because that's needed. Yeah, because Mikey, we owe you. We owe you ass whooping, fam. Absolutely. Okay. Anyway, back to Miss Gigi. Back to
Miss
champ.
Gigi. I had to
Back
get that
champ.
off, Gigi.
Back to
No,
champ.
good.
Yeah. Jay Davis pumped him up yesterday.
Yeah.
He had Jay Davis on the show. He took a few shots and a few chops and chest all red. Now he
Yeah,
wants
now
to
he
inflate to me.
Now he feeling himself. All right.
He wants to come
that's
to the
a
big
bit.
dog.
That's a
Sorry.
bit. Champ. I know you got a busy schedule. What is next for you, champ? Like, what you have any matches coming
Any
up?
shows?
Any other shows outside of reality wrestling that's coming up that you want the folks to know, so we can put it out there, so we can come see you.
I'm kind of just chilling right now. So.
Hey man,
we gotta ask.
I need a break. I need a break.
Hey, when you win the Super Bowl, you get a break.
Yeah.
When you win the NBA
No,
championship.
I'll be back at Reality of Wrestling at our next show on October 14th. So that's about just less than 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Fight for the Cure.
Fight for the Cure. That's the
Fight for
one.
the
Yes,
Cure.
please
We'll
come
be
out to
there.
that
We'll
one.
be there.
I have that. I have a couple things coming up with Wildcat out in Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
Okay.
And then I might be overseas for a little while. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe this comes in the luggage with
Oh,
We'll see.
international champ.
The land of the sun.
Okay.
Which I think is Japan. That's what they call it, right?
Land of the rising sun. I got
Land of
you.
the
I
rising sun.
got
Yeah,
you.
you got
G. I got you. Yeah.
Oh, I do want to ask you. So, how you do you miss the old venue or do you like the new venue?
The new venue is nice, especially the last episode, the most recent episode just aired on YouTube on Sunday, and it looks great. It looks great on camera. They did a phenomenal job putting it together. We just moved down the street, but it looks really, really great. I'm really happy to be there, and a lot of hard work got put into that new building. So yeah, we're just gonna have some great matches and put on the same great show that we always do. Just new building, new venue. I'm gonna look at, and I think it'll keep looking a little bit better.
New champions,
new champ. You know,
it was new. It was all new. Okay,
yeah.
All right. And before we get up out of here, you have any shout outs you want to make to the fam or to your fans? All that. Just go ahead, champ. Go ahead.
Oh wow!
The floor is yours, champ.
Floor is
yours, champ. Floor is yours.
Thank you, everyone who's supported me and has been there for me. All my friends back at home in Canada, everyone here in Texas. Houston has really become kind of my home away from home. I was living in Austin last year, and then I was I kind of thinking I need to go back to Houston. So now I'm back, and I'm really happy to be here. And I'm excited to be the Raw Women's Champion. This is kind of the title I always wanted once I started at Reality of Wrestling, and now I have it. It's such a prestigious title. I'm so excited to be the champ, and thanks so much for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And we do want to let you know from the Tag Champs podcast, we are proud of you.
We definitely
Thank
are.
you.
We watched the rise.
We watched the rise
and the
Gigi
journey.
Rey. So it's a good thing to see you hit this level right now where you are right now. It's only up from here. It's only up, and we know it's more to come. We greatly appreciate you for joining the show.
Gigi Wrestling. Gigi Wrestling.
Thank you. Those are my Twitter and Instagram handles.
Absolutely. So hey guys, make sure y'all follow Gigi Rey at Gigi Wrestling on all social medias. Make sure you follow Guru Dynamite on Instagram.
Whole lot of pain coming.
Yeah.
Whole lot of pain coming.
And
Raw dog.
all my socials are Mr. 1211. It's MRTWELVE11. But yeah, and thank y'all for joining us again at the Tag Champs podcast, part of the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast Network. Shout out to Mikey Manslaughter Facts. Shout out to Zello Smoke. Shout out to Big Scotty, OG Slack. Shout out to Kung Fu Eddie. And y'all already know what time it is, man. Thank y'all for joining the Tag Champs podcast. You already know my name. It's the Beige Bomber, the Petty Messiah, the Belt Collector. Corey Jarrett in the building, man. Thank y'all.
Y'all know what time it is.
Don't watch them.
A whole lot of pain coming.
Don't watch them, baby.
You come after this too if you want it.
Don't watch
You come after this sucker if you want it.
Don't watch them. Watch Dynamite TV.
Don't watch me. Watch Dynamite TV.
And one more time for the champ. For the Reality of Wrestling Diamonds champion in the building. Yeah. Thank you for joining us again, Miss Gigi Rey.
I think I'm also the first Canadian Raw champion.
She is.
Hey, let's give it up for that, baby. Yeah.
The first Canadian to do it. So
all right, there we go, champ. Hey, we all about first out
Don't
here.
Don't correct
me
if I'm wrong.
No, don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Just leave that.
And once again, thank y'all for joining the show, man. We greatly appreciate y'all for joining us, and we out.